Previous Next Black Lives Matter 2020 Impact Report. See how we, as the organization leading the Black Lives Matter (BLM) movement, responded to the challenges of 2020. Our movement is #so much more. February 1, 2021. From the time historian Carter Woodson created Negro History Week in 1926 up through today's celebration of Black History Month, the goal has always been to recognize Black Americans' prolific contributions that had been ignored, dismissed, or diminished in textbooks and popular culture. Tell your reps to support Representative Cori Bush's resolution. February 1, 2021. We re-supporting Representative Cori Bush's resolution, which would investigate and expel the GOP members of Congress who attempted to overturn the election and incited a white supremacist attack. Tell Congress to pass the coup act. January 26, 2021. Rep. Jamal Bowman's The Coup Act would require a deep, thorough investigation into the security failures at Capitol Hill during the insurrection. The ties between any Capitol police officers and white supremacy or fascism must come to light. News. Black Lives Matter Global Network responds after Wisconsin District Attorney won't charge Kenosha police officer in Jacob Blake shooting. January 5, 2021. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, BLMGNF, released the following statement in response to a Wisconsin district attorney deciding that Kenosha police officer Rustin Shesky will not be charged for his August 23, 2020 shooting of Jacob Blake. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation statement about violent conflict in Ethiopia. December 17, 2020. Black Lives Matter stands in solidarity with all disenfranchised and displaced people in the Horn of Africa who are affected by violent conflict in Ethiopia. Love, connection, and beauty in a time of isolation, tension, and change. November 26, 2020. The attacks the USPS continues to face are not just attacks on the Postal Service, but attacks on Black lives. To defund the USPS would be to deny future generations this opportunity and dishonor the legacy of Black postal workers. Now, we're taking this matter into our own hands by writing and sending #Black Love letters through USPS. Californians, help us make calls to Governor Newsom's office before it's too late. November 23, 2020. While we are ecstatic about the historic election of Kamala Harris being elected the first Black woman vice president, it means her Senate seat is currently vacant. This also means that we're faced with the unfortunate reality that if Governor Newsom doesn't appoint a Black woman to this seat, there will be no Black women in the Senate. Tell Governor Newsom he must appoint a Black woman to the Senate. November 16, 2020. Kamala Harris is set to make history as the first Black woman vice president, which means her Senate seat will soon be open. Without Kamala Harris, there are no Black women in the Senate at all. That's why we're calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to appoint a Black woman to fill that seat. Join Black Lives Matter in our request for a meeting with President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris. November 9, 2020. We worked long and hard to ensure we did all we could to vote Donald Trump out of the White House. We succeeded. And in doing so, we even elected a Black woman, the first Black woman, to the vice presidency. But the truth is, getting Trump out of office was not the end-all, be-all. The work is just beginning. We start by both holding the new president-elect and vice president-elect accountable to their campaign commitments of addressing systemic racism and by emphasizing our willingness to work with them. Black Lives Matter Global Network statement about Biden-Harris victory. November 7, 2020. Once again, Black people, especially Black women, have saved the United States. Whether in Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, or Atlanta, Black voters showed up in huge numbers to turn this country around and remove the racist in the White House. Statement by Black Lives Matter Global Network about election results. November 3, 2020. Black Lives Matter. I want you to read Black Lives Matter violence. Most of the protests were being peaceful. There are people who got shot. Donald Trump is just having rallies and doing nothing about the protester, and he said that black is the symbol of hate, and he is wrong. What if I say white is a symbol of hate? Shooting. Why are they shooting black in color who is protesting the killing of George Floyd? Shooting the protester for burning up stores and the police just shoot. Protester are just trying to have justice. Protesters are getting shot. Protest are burning up stores and stuff like that. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Racial justice. Protesters, and he said black is a symbol of hate, and he is wrong. What if I say white is a symbol of hate? Why are police shooting black in color who are protesting? The killing of George Floyd was awful. It was scary when they put their knees on his neck and he said, "I can't breathe." Police shoot the protesters for burning up stores and the police just shoot. Protesters are trying to have justice because of racial injustice. Protesters are getting shot. Protesters are burning up stores and stuff like that because they're mad and angry. This was an awful protesters and he said black is a symbol of hate and he is wrong. What if I say white is a symbol of hate? Why are police shooting black in color who are protesting? The killing of George Floyd was awful. It was scary when they put their knees on his neck and he said, "I can't breathe." Police shoot the protesters for burning up stores and the police just shoot. Protesters are trying to have justice because of racial injustice. Protesters are getting shot. Protesters are burning up stores and stuff like that because they're mad and angry. This was an awful protesters and he said black is a symbol of hate and he is wrong. What if I say white is a symbol of hate? Why are police shooting black in color who are protesting? The killing of George Floyd was awful. It was scary when they put their knees on his neck and he said, "I can't breathe." Police shoot the protesters for burning up stores and the police just shoot. Protesters are trying to have justice because of racial injustice. Protesters are getting shot. Protesters are burning up stores and stuff like that because they're mad and angry. This was an awful